Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me? Just a confirmation whether you can hear me all right. Let me know in the chat. Are we all good? It's hard to tell. Do. Just give it a few minutes for people to get in. Excellent. At least one bit of technology is working for me. That's good. Sorry about the brightness. It may look a little bit heavenly up there, but it's my light because it is dark out. And if I did turn the light out, actually, it's not that bad. Huh. Fair enough. You can still see me. Good. Ugh. Although I'll probably need a light on for the. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Right. Hello. Don't forget to share this with all your inner circles, because we will be determining the first round matches of both World Cup tournaments for both men's and women's. So if you're new to NXW and you are competing or going to be watching the NXW World Cup tournaments for the first time ever, let me explain how it works. Right. So what we're going to do, if I can get my hats, we're going to draw names out of these hats. One men's and one women's. And basically, we draw names and countries out of the hats, and then basically we'll set up the matches here and there. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, as for the tournament itself, it's going to be premieres on two separate nights. So one night it will be the men's, and one night it will be the women's. It will be mostly weekendish, if I'm honest. Although probably night one will probably be on a Friday, and then night two will be on a Saturday night. Is what I'm gonna go for. It's a single elimination tournament. So there's no round one will be on this date and then round two will be on another date. No, it's all done in one go on two separate nights. So one night it will be for the men's and one night it will be for the women's. So, and including that, we have world title matches, which won't be revealed until after Conspiracy, which is still in the works. So everyone calm your tits if you're wondering what's happening with Conspiracy. And don't forget, episode 39, it's still on schedule to be premiered on tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. UK time. So I hope to see you there. So hopefully everything will go a-okay. And I just want to say a big thank you out of character-wise to Riley, who's been a tremendous help with storyline, helping putting the matches together, all the cutscenes and whatnot. Without him, this whole La Prima Familia and versus NXW storyline wouldn't go anywhere, and it just wouldn't be as successful as I hoped. So, but like I said, single elimination tournament. It's all AI. There's no storylines or cutscenes involved. Once you get eliminated, that is it. There's no second chances or anything. So don't come crying to me if your call loses and you're like, no, just shut the fuck up and just deal with it. The winners of both men's and women's tournaments will receive a world title shot that they can cash in at any time they want. So if one of you is lucky enough to win the whole tournament, then and you have an idea of how and when you want to cash in, then please, for the love of God, DM me, whether it's on Twitter or on Discord. We'll arrange something and we'll see where we can go from there. But if for some reason, whether you've got other commitments outside of core, or it's a new game and you just like 2K24 or whatever, and for whatever reason you don't have it by the time the next year's tournament comes around, then we'll have to rearrange some things. But so like I said, single elimination tournament, 2 world title matches for both men's and women's, but I won't say anything on who's competing and so on and so forth for those world titles just yet. So you're going to have to wait until after Conspiracy to get the almost full picture. I need a drink, but I'm going to wait. Nah, just kidding. Good stuff. You don't need alcohol to enjoy life. You need the good stuff. See? This is good for you. Not alcohol. Alcohol's for losers. Okay. If you want me to start the drawing, give me a hell yeah. Oh, we go. Maddie, sort your spelling out. Heffel, yeah. Right. I spy with my little eyes something beginning with men's draw. So we are going to. Speaking of Dragon Ball, merchandise. Right, we are going to kick off with the men's first round draw. So I'm just going to shake my hat, like so. There we go. So, and remember, this is all completely random. So if for any reason that a team or whoever is put up against each other, which it did last year when Valiant Flame went up against each other, which was completely coincidental. So, are we ready for the first match to be drawn? All right. The first name, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, might be too bright. Fletcher Richard representing England. And he'll be taking on Tiger Brown representing South Africa. So that is match one. So it's England versus South Africa, Fletcher Richards versus Tiger Brown. For match 2, it will be Brandon Cuvas representing Puerto Rico. And he'll be taking on Royo Solomon representing Samoa. So it's Puerto Rico versus Samoa. Royo Solomon versus Brandon Cuvas. So that is match number 2. Now for match number 3. And that is Damian Shelley representing Japan. And he'll be taking on... Oh, since I got a 2 for here. There we go. Christian Tracy representing Italy. So that will be Damian Shelley representing Japan, taking on Christian Tracy representing Italy. Match number 4. Jordan Samuel representing Canada. And Jordan's opponent will be Motor Hunter representing Costa Rica. So that will be a new face taking part in the tournament. And that is match number 4. So this will be match number 5. Jason Ramirez representing Australia. And his opponent will be Malikchi Bailey representing USA. And I do apologize if I am butchering these pronunciations of names. So, USA versus Australia. Our next matchup, Tyler Dean representing Israel. So we will not be seeing the young bloods taking on each other. That is officially confirmed. So Israel versus Jacob Baker, Mexico. So Jacob Baker will be representing Mexico, and he'll be taking on Tyler Dean, representing Israel. So Israel versus Mexico. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, match number 7. Bullet Adams representing Ireland. And his opponent will be Dominican Republic, represented by Demon Robbie Ray. So it will be Ireland versus Dominican Republic. Ireland being represented by Bullet Adams and Dominican Republic being represented by Demon Robbie Ray. And our final first round matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done with that hat now. It will be Status Quo, and no, not the band, representing Jamaica. And the opponent, TJ Owens, representing Wales. So that is Jamaica versus Wales. And those are your first round matchups. So just to confirm, in our first match, we have South Africa versus England. We have Samoa versus Puerto Rico. We have Costa Rica versus Canada. We have Italy versus Japan. We have USA versus Australia, Mexico versus Israel, Dominican Republic versus Ireland, and of course Wales versus Jamaica. So those are your first round matchups. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that I don't get mixed up or have them blown away. I'm going to place them neat and tidy onto my little table so I can write these down when the stream is over. So that is the men's all done. So it's going to be quite an interesting first round for the men's. And I'm sure you guys are looking forward to it. As I. So there we go. Right. Are we ready for the ladies? All right. We are ready for the ladies. Gummy hat here. Okay. Our first match features Natalia representing Ukraine. And she will be going up against Alexis Adams representing Ireland. So that is the first match. Natalia versus Alexis Adams. Ukraine versus Ireland. There we go. Got 2 or 3 here. Right. Second matchup is Kendall Tucker representing Ghana. And her opponent, Amaya Rose representing Germany. So that is Ghana versus Germany for the second match. Our third match, Ophelia representing Scotland. And her opponent will be Ingrid representing Japan. So it will be Scotland versus Japan, Ingrid versus Ophelia. Our next match, and that was match number 3 as well. Oh, well, there's only a matter of time before I pick this name out. It's the 3-time winner of the World Cup herself, Ruby Rebel representing England. And remember, folks, she won the World Cup 3 straight years in a row. And her opponent will be Dallas Cole representing USA. So it'll be England versus America, the Battle of Independence revisited again. But will it be a different outcome? So Ruby Rebel versus Dallas Cole. Now that's going to be an interesting matchup. So that's match number 4 done. Now for match number 5. And it will be Hot Blonde Paige representing Spain. Don't ask. And she'll be taking on Noli RN representing Greece. Hey, don't complain to me. I gave normal instead. And don't forget, folks, that normal Paige was in the finals of World Cups before being dethroned by Ruby Rebel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Match number 6. Michelle Morocco representing Romania. And her opponent will be Maddie Sabin representing South Korea. So it'll be Romania versus South Korea. All right. Oh. All right, I've got 2 here. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Match number 7 will feature Venus representing Brazil. And her opponent will be Ashley McKay representing France. So it'll be Brazil versus France, Venus versus Ashley McKay. And don't forget, Venus will be in action along as well as Ashley McKay in episode 39, which will be live streaming tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. UK time. Hope to see you there. Okay. We are now down to the last match. So, Amanda Doyle, or as she likes to be known as Amanda Lamanda, representing Canada. And she'll be taking on Ophelia Dawn, Iceland. And yes, folks, there are 2 Ophelias in this tournament. So, to recap, we have Ireland versus Ukraine, Japan versus Scotland, Germany versus Ghana, England versus USA, Greece versus Spain, South Korea versus Romania, France versus Brazil, and Iceland versus Canada. And no, Ophelia, you cannot kill off your stun double. Oh. And there you have it, folks. Those are your first round matches. And don't forget that each tournament will have a world title match near the end of said tournament, just to give the finalists a breather or so. And that is basically it. So I've got all the cores downloaded as well, so I'll be able to get the job done for both tournaments. So hopefully recording won't be a pain in the ass. What else? So yeah, tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. UK time, episode 39 of NXW World Premiere, which will include 2 ladder matches, which will determine who gets the advantage in the War Games matches at Conspiracy. You'll have 2 triple threat matches as well, so consider yourselves lucky bastards. And what else? There's more matches. Don't worry, including Dragonheart versus Riley Wolf in one-on-one singles action, and Maria Wolf taking on Venus in one-on-one singles action as well. So it will be quite the event, so to speak. and we will see who will get the advantage in the War Games when basically it will be Violent or Violent Violet will take on Luna Wolf in a women's ladder match, and it will be Cody Hagen versus Obelisk in the men's ladder match. So everything is to play for in this match. Now, in terms of when Conspiracy and the World Cup will happen, I do not have a fucking clue. I am working on it as we speak, but at the moment, me and Riley and a few others are trying to put our best into the best storyline that we can put in terms of NXW versus La Premier Familia. And then once Conspiracy is in the history books, we're going to move straight on to the World Cup. There's no episodes in between, so once Conspiracy is done, it will be World Cup. So hopefully I'll be able to get it done in time, but fingers crossed everything goes all right. So it might be a chance that World Cup 23 might happen in 2024, knowing my luck. But I will try and get it done as quickly as possible. But I don't want to, overlook things, and then as it premieres, I'll be like, fuck, I should have really paid attention to that. So I hope you've enjoyed this little stream and got to see my handsome face, even if it is in the dark. Although, ta-da! Look, heavenly beam up above. But it is a little bit too bright, so back to the darkness. So, if you can, tomorrow, share the stream with your friends, family, and other people in your inner circle. So yeah, try and reach out to as many people as we can, because over the last few months and episodes leading up to Conspiracy, it's been pretty much a team effort. It's been me, Riley, Jacob, Cody, and others as well, putting together the best product that we can. And if it weren't for those guys, NXW wouldn't be here today. And I just want to say a big thank you to those guys, as well as you watching right now, who've made NXW what it is today. There have been times where I wanted to give up and just leave the core community, but this is pretty much my only escape, really, because reality sucks. Let's be honest. But this is my only escape, really. I mean, I love being creative and putting out these shows and doing all sorts of silly shit as well. So, but yeah, thanks to you guys. You made this very entertaining for me. I've met quite a few entertaining people as well. It's always interesting to see like the different aspects of core. Granted, it's kind of like the old cliche: the good, the bad, and the ugly kind of way. But it's mostly good. Interesting people with interesting personalities. Some might be crazier than I am, and that's a really good thing to say. But yeah, so like I said, a big thank you to you guys for helping me make NXW what it is today. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been doing this, really. Even though there are core shows that are in production wise a lot better than me. I mean, lately I've seen a lot of high quality stuff being posted on Twitter, whether it be just small little silly promos or like parodies and whatnot. But it's been entertaining, and I think if 2024 is my last year in COD, which I'm not saying it is, but if it is, then at least I can say that I'll be leaving it in good hands to a large group of people who know what to do and how to put on a very good production. In terms of my characters in my core, Tom Doyle, of course, the Undisputed Elite, the Straight Edge Revolution as well. I just want them to be quite successful in other feds as well. I know the Undisputed Elite are taking over most feds tag divisions as well as singles competition. I know that they are quite the act in VRW as well. I know that they can be quite the troublemakers, but I intentionally like them being like that because it really brings out the best of them. Although I hate being limited, and they're like. And whenever I do a promo, whether it be Ruby Rebel on a stabbing rampage or suplexing random staff members through tables, or Tory Dog going absolutely apeshit on anyone random, they're like, no, you can't murder people off screen. It's just not. We can't do that. Blah 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 blah. And it's kind of frustrating, so to speak. But yeah, I like my course to be on a lot of shows just to see how successful they can be. And I know that I am subscribed to a lot of channels as well that do quite a few live streams as well. And and I hate to admit this, but I'm not there when they're live streaming. I tend to catch the replays, and I do apologize to those who do live stream core shows whenever NXW is not on or something like that. But it's really kind of my style to like wait until the premiere is finished and then catch up on the replay when I'm taking a lunch break at work or just relaxing at home when I'm taking a break from editing. But yeah, sorry for the long rant, ladies and gentlemen. I usually don't do this, but it's one of those things where I like to be humble, because when I first started, I thought it would never get to this point where I would have like a decent amount of audience that would appreciate the product that I put on and encourage me to continue this. I know I'm not the greatest at doing this, and even though I've been doing it for many years now, you would think I'll be able to put on a cinema-like experience, but unfortunately, I'm just not that great at it. But I try my best either way. I will continue to do things my way, because I don't like the idea of setting a date and time of an episode or a pay-per-view and then not being able to do it and be like, oh, well, due to technicalities, blah, 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 I can't make it to this date, so we're going to have to reschedule, blah, blah, blah. Because, like I said, it can be tricky, and sometimes it can be a little bit unpredictable. I mean, I myself have fucked up plenty of times when it comes to the show. I mean, for example, the last UAPW chapter, there was a technical issue that I accidentally overlooked, and I had to like cancel the stream and reschedule. I've never done that before, but I was like so bummed out over it because I know there were quite a few people looking forward to it, and I was looking forward to it as well. But obviously, the technical issue was quite effective, and it wasn't like anything, not noticeable at first. I mean, it was like in your face, noticeable. So I had to fix that, and thankfully, I did get it fixed and whatnot. And UAPW is still going strong. I don't know when the next chapter will be, though. So hopefully, once Conspiracy and the World Cup are in the books, I can focus on putting out another chapter. And then after that, I do not know. I think once World Cup and Conspiracy are in the box, I probably might treat myself to a little break. Just take a step back and just see where I can go from there. Core wise, so yeah, that's it. Before I rant on anymore and start saying thank you another 10 times. So yeah, the first round matches. Oh, before I forget, if you're thinking of doing a special attire for the World Cup or Conspiracy, don't. For the love of God, don't. I mean, I don't know how many core slots I have left, and I'm pretty sure I'm almost at my limit when it comes to logos. And I really don't want to delete logos just in case it affects the cores that I've already had and the title belts that I've made and the arenas that I've made. So please do not make a special attire for the World Cup. I'll just use the attire that I have for you when I first downloaded you. So that it speeds the whole process up, really. Sorry to anyone who, if you are watching this, you were like, oh, I wanted to enter the World Cup. Again, sorry. The process is like I ask my roster on Discord who wants to participate, and then write down their names and the countries that they represent onto a Google Doc. And then later on, if no one else on Discord wants in, I ask on Twitter, and then we continue that process until all the slots are filled out. And usually in a situation like this, when I'm like just about to get the last entrant, I always get like 2 or 3 people asking if they can join in. So again, sorry if you were planning to enter the World Cup, but just ran out of time. But there's always next year if I'm around next year, if I'm still alive or still in the core community, so to speak. So as a remind you all again, if you are lucky enough to win the whole tournament and receive the world title shot, if you are in the Discord, then DM me. If not, don't worry. You can always contact me on Twitter. And if you have some sort of idea of how and when you want to cash in your world title shot, then please let me know and we'll organize something there. But if you do not get in contact with me, then there might be a chance that I will just do the cash in myself, and I don't want to do that. But that it will be used as a last measure if I am unable to get a hold of the case holder on social media. So, my phone's getting a little bit raspy now, so I'll end this. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you tomorrow for the premiere of NXW episode 39, which will be happening on this channel. You won't be able to hear my voice because commentary is an absolute bastard to do, and considering that my voice is already getting raspy after just 40 minutes of talking to you lovely people, I think my commentary days are over. But yeah, I hope to see you guys there 10:30 at 10:30 UK time, which I think in US time is 5:30. I'm not too sure, but might be the case. But either way, keep an eye out on Discord or Twitter. There'll be a tweet saying we are live, and the link to the channel itself. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and click the bell to stay notified on when we post episodes, pay-per-views, or even funny skits like the NXW Extras, which I hope to do more of in the near future, but we'll see from there. So, try not to kill any of the competitors. I know what you all like, Ophelia, torturing my staff. Please don't do that. You're only allowed to torture Cody, by the way. That's the rule in NXW. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope to see you at the World Cup and Conspiracy. So, episode 39, Conspiracy, World Cup, break. That's the plan of action that I have. So, I hope to see you all, and stay safe out there, folks. So, toodaloo.